Hello folks, and welcome back to Papa Bear Outdoors. This is yours truly, Papa Bear, with you today. We're down below Barkley Dam, and I am trying to catch some herring today for catfish bait. And I brought my long-handled dip net with me and see if I can find some shad running the rocks today. Getting prepared for an upcoming catfishing trip, hopefully. Water is wild and woolly. We got a whole lot of current going on, gates open. Had a lot of flooding in January. This is the second day of February, Groundhog Day, and my little brother's birthday on top of that. So y'all stay with us. We'll see if we can catch some herring, skipjack, and some shad, and get us some bait for a catfishing trip. Wrong time of year and the wrong water level for all of this, so it's a shot in the dark whether we catch anything or not. But I plan on going crappie and sauger fishing over on the other side of the river after we get done trying to get some bait here. So y'all just stay tuned. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. We'll be back. Well folks, no bites so far. Like I said, we got a lot of gates open, and really the river's pretty high. We've had a lot of flooding in January, and this is the second day of February. The water's still high and turbulent. So I'm doing the best I can to try to locate some fish, try to catch some bait. I'd really like to throw a catfish rig out on bottom sometime today, if I can possibly work it out. Right now, no strikes, no bites, and no sign of fish up around this part of the dam. Now that it was either a bump or a rock there. I couldn't tell which. We're right in close to the rocks. All right, folks, we've moved down river several hundred yards. I've got an 1/8 ounce 4-inch curly tail coupled with a 32nd ounce dropper rig with the T-knot there. Left an open loop around the hooks. And this is a 2-inch Garland style grub. Sexy shad, or whatever that style body is called. We're going to go back to a traditional style jigging and letting it sink away. So we're in an eddy right here. See if I can drum up either some crappie or sauger, or even an Asian carp for bait. Got my replacement angler device on the rod today. The first one that I got for Christmas was not communicating to the phone. I was not logging any casts or anything, so I got that replaced, and hopefully this one isn't defective. This device couples with an app that you load onto your phone, and it uploads data to it. Keeps track of your casts, your catches, and your GPS locations, and then you can add in to the program the atmospheric conditions and all of that information, and log your catches and all of that. So it would prove, and it keeps a database of all that. It would prove to be helpful in patterning fish to certain atmospheric conditions, and I really hope it works. Really, this is the first opportunity I've had to bring it out in the field and field test it again. It would be really nice to catch some fish, be able to see how well this thing logs. Be happy with a white perch at this point. Something I could turn into bait. Freshwater drum is the proper name is. We call them white perch around here, among other colloquial names that I won't share in mixed company. The drum, there's a fish. There we go, folks. Oh, sing to me, drag, sing to me. I believe we're gonna have a net this one. Boy, look at him go. Folks, I ain't never seen one take off like that. Woo-wee. Land sakes. I got him turned then. What a run. What a run that fish took. Lands to goodness. Can't horse him too much or I'll straighten my hook out. One thing I was getting ready to say before I was so rudely interrupted is a way you can tell when you have a drum on is they will fight real hard for a few seconds, and then they'll do what we call a slide, and they'll just kind of quit fighting, and then they'll pick up fighting again and then slide some more. We call them slip and slides sometimes because of the way they act when they're hooked. Boys and girls, I'm not sure what I got on the hook here, but it's substantial, whatever it is. If I can keep from straightening my hook out, we'll get a look at this, and he's coming my way now, but he's far from give up. I just hope my dip net's big enough to get him in it. I brought my shad dipping net, and the hoop's not very giant on it. It's got a long handle but a short or small diameter hoop. It's made for catching shad when they're running. My lands, what a fighter. That's the farthest run I've ever had on a jigging rod. There he is. I saw back just then. He is hooked on that. He's hooking in the back. That's why it's so tough. Couldn't turn his head. That is perfect for what I'm wanting. There he is, folks. Old Asian carp, about 7 or 8 pounds. Been wanting to try to eat one about this size as well. All right, I'm going to leave this one up on the bank a while in the net so it don't flop around as much on me. There's some bait, folks. Bait for the whole day right here. I wouldn't mind catching another one that size for an eater. I've never eaten an Asian carp, but everything I've read says they're really good, so I wouldn't mind giving one a try. But I make a keto-friendly fish chowder. I use some crumbled up bacon that's been fried. I use a quart of cream, heavy cream, a stick of real butter, salt, pepper, little onion powder, minced onion flakes, parsley flakes, and chopped cauliflower in place of the potatoes for those of y'all that like potatoes in your chowder. Like I said, it's keto friendly, about 9 grams of carbs per cupful. And it is a real hearty meal. And whatever type fish you want to put in there, the last one I put a mixture of crappie and largemouth bass. But I'm wanting to make it with this Asian carp this time. There he is. We got us another one, folks. Oh, what we got us is a hang this time. I thought I had him. Don't have my my little device that I wrap my line up with. There, I got him loose. I think I broke that bottom hook off again. Maybe both of the hooks. Yep. All right, folks. I don't have any more leader material with me, so I am going to head to the truck. And we'll look into going across the river to the other side, and maybe throw a catfish line out and see if we can get bit on a catfish today. So until we get to the other side over there, there we go. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. We'll be back, folks. God bless you. Bye-bye. All right, folks, we're back. Took my Asian carp and cut a strip off of it. Nice bloody strip. And this is my rig for today. This is a Santee Cooper rig. I Got a barrel swivel with a short leader, about 8 inches long. I've got a 3-ounce banana sinker, a bead chain swivel with about 4 feet of leader. That's 25-pound monofilament. I've got a little float here to help float the bait up off the bottom. And then that's a number 4 aught circle hook, offset circle hook. And I've got that snelled on there. This is the rig. I got 8-foot old Whiskers glow stick teamed up with a rhino reel, and this is 40-pound braid on here. Hit bottom, tighten it up a little bit. Trying to find a little higher pitch on my rod. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to try to rig my jigging rod back up. I lost my rig, so this 8-pound Vanish line. Pull off about 4 feet of line to start with. Alright folks, first thing I'm going to do is attach the monofilament to the braid with a uni knot. Got a little nick in that braid right there. I'm going to take care of that right now before it causes me problems. So to join braid and mono, pull the tag lines in opposite directions, fold that line over to form a loop, and I use 4 wraps. Let's try it again. This is going over the mono and the braid. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then just lightly tighten it up and go back to the opposite side with the mono, or the fluorocarbon in this case, and do the same thing the opposite direction. 4 wraps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lightly tighten. Pull the lines to where the knots meet, and then tighten your knots up a little tighter. Then pull your knots together. Make sure everything's tight, and then I trim the tag lines with an 1/8 inch or less of tag past the knot. And that is my double uni. Alright, I can't find them, folks. I'm going to use what I can find right now. So I'm going to come down about 10 inches from where my uni knot is. Slide this jig head to that 10-inch mark, roughly 10 inches. All right, we're going to tie an overhead knot, and there we're going to keep passing it through for 6 passes. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to slowly pull this down and try to keep the knot from binding up. All right. When you get it down close, lubricate and start tugging that line down solid. Alright, that's the first part of the knot. Take your tag lines, this is a T-knot I'm teaching you again. Cross them over each other and wrap them 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hold your finger there and keep it open. Then pass your jig and hook through that open part until the knot slides through. Can y'all see that? Yeah, my knot slipped farther down right there. Now slowly controlling the knot, keep it from wadding up. Start bringing that knot down right where that first knot is. Lubricate. All right. Now we're going to tie our bottom hook on. This particular jig head's an 1/8 ounce. right in the eddy because the current keeps washing back and forth on us right here. I just used an improved cinch knot for that bottom one. I normally go 5 wraps. Through and through. Lubricate it. And there you go. The dropper jig setup right there. All right, folks, we got one on. I also got there we go, had a sinker hung up. We got him coming our way now. First bite of the day on the catfish rig. All right, he's fighting pretty good. It's also the first fish I've hooked on this particular rod and reel. There we go. Nice blue cat. There we go, folks. Pretty little blue. Thrilled to have him. Get the old phone out. The problem is fishing down in these rocks down here. Is I lose a sinker every time I cast out. Alrighty, that's a fine little catfish right there. There we go. One more shot of him. All right, folks. Thrilled to have him. Need to come up with a better sinker. I'm going to try to use a lay flat sinker. See if that helps any. Nice chunk of bait with a little blood still in it. Check the point, make sure there's no scale stuck on the point of the hook. Alrighty, there's the rig, folks. It's a modified Santee Cooper rig. All right, we're back up and fishing again. Stay tuned to Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. We'll be back. There he goes. All right, he ought to be on there, folks. Let me get this line in. I don't feel him fighting. I thought he was ready. Broke my sinker off. There's what happened, folks. See that way that bait hooked into itself right there. That's why he wasn't hooked. Darn it. That bait hooked into itself. That's what cost me that fish then. Alrighty then. Let's try it again, folks. That's all I know to do. That's all I know to do. Give her another shot. Howdy then. Get that bait in real quick while ago, and I done lassoed my end of my rod here. There we are. Well, that's a pretty good bite anyhow, folks. There was at least one more catfish out there. Jig trying to get in around my catfish line. I have to pull that in, recast it. That's the only problem with them circle hooks, is that that bait can, that hook can swing around there and tie into that bait. That's what happened to me then. I had a little excitement anyhow. When I was having a bite, I had my line there. It won't be long, it'll start warming up towards spring there. Be able to do, I'm planning on doing a little more catfishing this year. I hadn't catfished in many years now. I've gotten the bug again, and today is just helped fuel that. So there'll be some catfish episodes coming up this year for those of y'all who like catfishing. I've been talking to my buddy Mike at work, and he's wanting to go do either a crappie fishing or sauger fishing episode with me. So that's in the works as well, folks. So y'all keep your eyes open for upcoming fishing trips for different species. Surely to goodness, throughout the year, there'll be something y'all will enjoy watching. We're planning on making a couple more, 2 or 3 more trips to Arkansas, trout fishing, and catch a few smallmouth doing that every so often. So that's coming up. I know we have a solid plans for the last week in May to go to Arkansas. I'm looking forward to that. A week of camping and trout fishing. If the weather holds up for us, we don't get a bunch of floods and things like that would mess our fishing plans up. So we got that coming up. Crappie fishing on Kentucky and Barkley Lake this year, and there's one, folks. That's a pretty good bite right there. Oh, did he quit biting it? Surely to goodness he's still there. That was a pretty healthy tug there. I thought we had that fish. There she is. There he is, folks. Oh, broke her off. Broke her off. Boy, howdy. I had that one. I had that and broke her off. Doggone it all. All right. Nothing to do but tie another one on, folks. What a shame. All right, folks, we're back. This is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors on the Cumberland River below Barkley Dam out here in Lake City, Kentucky. And doing a little bit of catfishing off the bank today. I have landed one and lost 3. The last one got me hung in the rocks and cut my line on the rocks down there, and lost my rig, so I have just re-rigged, thrown back in with a fresh piece of bait and all. And this is going to be my last setup for today. It's already 3:15 on this Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2019. And so the day is waxing long now. And we're going to give it one more try. I'm going to try to catch one more fish if I can get him in. The whole trick to getting them out of here is trying not to get hung up in the riprap on the way out. And with these heavy sinkers, that's easier said than done. A lot of times them sinkers will drop down into the crevice of a rock or between 2 rocks and get wedged in there. And sometimes you can give the fish a little bit of slack and he'll pull the rock or the weight out of the rock, but sometimes it just gets wedged to where you can't get it out. And to get the fish in, you either got to break the sinker off and hope you don't break the whole rig so the fish gets away. So there are some challenges to fishing off the bank down here in the current. This isn't like fishing out on a sandy riverbank. This riprap down here below the dams is quite treacherous, but these fish love to live up in the crevices of these rocks, and you can catch some good fish out of here sometimes. But I'm looking forward to the day that the river gets back down to normal. All this high water would leave, and then we can get out in the boat and start catching fish properly. But until that day, I'm going to slug it out with them right here on the riverbank. And hopefully catch a fish or two in the process. All right, we'll call it a day, folks. Well, you know, we'll get that one out of there. Came out of there for a change. There she is, Santee Cooper River. Maybe we'll get to come back tomorrow. Well, folks, hope you've enjoyed our little episode down here on the Cumberland River, Barkley Dam. Wasn't a whole lot to write home about. Got one nice blue cat out of the bunch, so it wasn't a completely empty trip, and I had some fun with some more that I just didn't land, and caught the Asian carp that got me started. Was able to come fishing as a result. So it wasn't a total loss, and it's never a total loss when you get to come out and enjoy God's creation. I love fishing, and I hope you've enjoyed our little episode today. The sun is starting to go down in the west over there, and I am ready go home and get some supper. I hadn't eaten since about 6 o'clock this morning. And I'm about to get hungry. Folks, it's been fun today. And I pray that if you enjoyed our little excursion today, that you would subscribe to my channel. When you do subscribe, hit the little bell down there in the corner, and that will give you the notifications when I have new videos come out. And if you have some friends or family members that enjoy fishing shows, won't you share these episodes with them? And hit the like button if you like what you see. Boy, you can see how high the water has been from all the flotsam that's sitting up here on the bank. It has been flooded out. So until next time, folks, this is Papa Bear with Papa Bear Outdoors. God bless you, folks. I mean it. God bless you. And until next time, join us here at Papa Bear Outdoors.